When you play with fire, you get burned. Pushing boundaries when you know you are wrong. That's what we're going to be discussing here tonight live. So stick around for all of that and much, much more that's coming right. Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, please make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. That's right. I am here to help each and every one of you get the best possible grip on your life, so that way you can accomplish whatever it is that your heart desires. Real quick here, let's pay special props once again to this channel sponsor, Troy Brewer, who is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. For all of your product and service needs from the most trusted professionals in the industry, please consider visiting www.discovercommunitynetwork.com. One more time, that's www.discovercommunitynetwork.com. You can also visit a subsidiary of the Discover Community Network known as the DCN Internet Radio Network. When you go on that website, you're going to find a bunch of internet radio stations. There are talk stations and there are music stations. And one of those internet radio stations is more than likely going to suit your genre needs. So check it out if you'd like at www.dcninternetradionetwork.com. One more time, that's www.dcninternetradionetwork.com. Both those links are below in the description, about a third of the way down. And if you go on those websites and look at how to connect with Troy, which is what I'm trying to say, if you send Troy an email, please feel free. And please definitely mention that Coach Eli sends you with lots and lots and lots and lots of love. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let me just make sure the notification has gone out. And the notification has gone out. And I want to check out the back end real quick, make sure that to make sure everything is rolling smoothly in YouTube Studio, behind the scenes. And it looks like it is rolling quite well. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hey, Mutt, how are you doing? Mutt Nuts World says, hey, Eli and everyone. I saw you earlier, Mutt. I just was kind of getting ready at the last minute and didn't have time to put out a message in the chat, but I'm glad that you're here, and thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to everyone that's joining the show tonight. Tonight's show is not going to be terribly long. It's going to be probably about 20 to 30 minutes max, and I honestly mean that. It's not going to go much longer than that because I'm going to be freestyling tonight because I really want to talk about this topic. It is very, very near and dear to my heart. This is something that, I'll be very honest, it really bothers me more than anything. It doesn't bother me in the way you would think it would bother me. It bothers me in a way where I just wish everyone could get along and everyone would play fairly and not attack each other and not do stupid, crazy things just to get ahead in life or to make money. And that's what the purpose of this show is here tonight. Nuts World says, I am okay, just cold and tired. It is raining and 37 degrees here right now. We'll bundle up and stay warm, stay safe. So hopefully you're not going to be shivering there, Mutt. But anyway, the topic of tonight's show is pushing boundaries when you know you are wrong has long-term repercussions. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Pushing boundaries when you know you are wrong has long-term repercussions. I was thinking to myself, where do I want to start? I mean, there is quite a bit for me to share on this topic, even in a 20 to 30 minute show. And I was thinking, where do I start? What's really bothering me about this topic here? Where do people push boundaries the most and why? I think it comes to the point of how people make their money for the most part. And that's what I've noticed. It either has to do with money, or it has to do with fame, or it has to do with a combination of both. And I've seen a lot of things that have just blown my mind away out here on YouTube since I've been a full-time content creator for the last 4 years, between a former channel I used to run and this one. I've also seen things outside of YouTube. I've seen things on the mainstream media. I've seen the recent events with the current still president, Donald J. Trump, and just how he handles his things and how he's been pushing boundaries unlike anything I've seen before. And it really makes me wonder how these people continue to get away with doing what they're doing and making money doing what they're doing. And over the past several years, before I'm going to talk about the president as well. There's a new development. Everyone knows that the election has been certified now, and Joe Biden is the certified winner by the Electoral College system. And he's still whining about that. They're still pushing this agenda. That there's been widespread voter fraud, which is not true. It is not true at all. There's no evidence of that. Even when Donald Trump, took his case to the Supreme Court, one of the Supreme Court justices that was appointed by President Trump even said that, he appreciates, President Trump bringing forth a case, but this case holds no merit. And this is a Republican, Supreme Court justice that President Trump put in that position. What's that Supreme Court justice supposed to do? Break the law and not stand up for the law and what they believe in, just to appease President Trump, because President Trump put him in that position? You see the level of control some people, look to take advantage of when they get into a position like being the president. Is that right? Is that morally right? Is that ethically right? Whatever happened to morals, values, and ethics? So you've got that you're dealing with. The president pushing boundaries and just not really giving a care about more important things that are happening in our country, such as the pandemic, such as systemic racism. I've talked about things in the past. I'll continue to talk about them until something's done about it, because something needs to be done about it, right? But the thing that also really bothers me is the fact that you have a bunch of people that are all for, this type of behavior. When people push the boundaries. For example, let's talk about YouTube. Okay, you've got a bunch of creators that used to be on the platform and are no longer on the platform. You've got what was his name? Alex Jones was removed from the platform. Okay, Stefan Molyneux was removed from the platform, and there are a bunch of other channels that have been removed from the platform. And people are complaining, and they're saying that, YouTube is silencing their freedom of speech. I was watching a video earlier today on the Quartering channel that just hit 1 million subscribers, run by a guy named Jeremy. I really like Jeremy, but Jeremy, some of the things that you say, man, like, it's hard to accept it. I mean, yes, I love your content. I thumb up your videos, whether I completely agree with you or not, because I actually like who you are. And that's what's most important to me. But, he was out there saying that, there's just too much suppression happening on social media, including YouTube. People are getting silenced and they're not allowed to discuss their freedom of speech. And I keep saying this time and time again. There's a difference between hate speech and freedom of speech. There's a difference between sharing facts and sharing opinions. And what a lot of these content creators, such as Alex Jones and Stefan Molyneux and some others that have been removed from the platform, they didn't get removed because they were sharing their opinions. They got removed because they were stating their opinions as facts, and there's no proof for their, opinions being facts. The way they were presenting their material was in very unethical ways, in my opinion. A lot of times these creators would also use racial slurs, and they would attack a certain, protected group. And they could have presented their material, a lot cleaner. They could have presented their material in ways where they would have gotten the same point across, but not use all the extra, foul language or, racism, racial slurs, etc., right? And here's the thing. A lot of these creators, and it's ironic to me because I am a Caucasian man, but a lot of these creators that are getting removed are middle-aged Caucasian conservative men. I keep going back to this. And look, I love everyone. And just because I'm a slight left liberal doesn't mean that, I don't like some views on the right. I like some views on the left. I like some views on the right. I'm more down the middle. I'm about what makes sense, right? And I'm not against conservatives. I don't hate conservatives. But it's ironic to me what I've seen over the past 4 years that I've been out here on YouTube and through the mainstream media. What I am seeing is that middle-aged conservative Caucasian men seem to be the most angry and bitter and jaded people in our country here in the U.S., and they're causing the most issues. I mean, look at who's getting shut down on YouTube. Alex Jones, middle-aged Caucasian conservative man. Okay? What about Alex Molyneux? Middle-aged conservative Caucasian man. Stefan Molyneux. Did I say Alex Molyneux? Stefan Molyneux. Middle-aged conservative Caucasian man. I believe he's from another country, but he's a conservative guy, right? Okay? And all these channels that are getting removed primarily are content creators that are middle-aged Caucasian conservative men. And a lot of them will come out and say that, why should certain groups be a protected class? Right? Some of you conservatives are probably wondering what I mean by that, right? Or maybe you feel that way. Maybe some of the liberals out there feel that way too, or maybe they know where I'm going with this. But a lot of the conservatives are probably thinking, why do we have to have protected classes? Well, it's a simple answer. If you dig deep and you put your guard down and you put your big boy panties on and you realize that we're all people regardless of our age, race, sex, and national origin, right? Etc., right? And the reason why there are protected classes is because of people like you that attack the protected class. So there had to be laws put in place from people like you attacking these people, so that way they have the same fair shot at life that you do. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, has anyone ever thought about that? You know what I mean? Is it that difficult to comprehend? And myself personally, in my dealings out here on YouTube, I've talked about this before. I'll share my thoughts about it again. It's always boiled down to dealing with middle-aged conservative Caucasian men that have attacked me, that have, used a lot of my content and violated my copyright, and then they come out and say, oh, it's fair use, or like I can use whatever content I want, and then they monetize my content and make more money off of my content than I do, right? How is that fair, right? Right? And then on the flip side, you file copyrights on these people and you take them down, and then they whine and complain saying, oh, it's fair use. It's fair use. I did commentary. On it. I recently had to take somebody down. I'm not going to mention who it is. This person is going to know, who it is, because he did a response. And I'm going to make a statement here in general regarding the situation. But I had to take somebody down for copyright today. I filed the copyright days ago, but the YouTube copyright department sometimes goes on vacation for 3 or 4 days, so it takes time to get a response from them sometimes. So the copyright went through today, and then this creator that on many occasions I've warned them, I told them, look, you've got so many videos up on me, they're not fair use. You have basically flooded YouTube with my content and my name to the point of where you are violating my copyright and you're also violating my right to free enterprise. I've told them many times, I said, look, you can take these down and we can move forward and we can both handle this like grown, mature adults. But he continues to give me the middle finger and says it's fair use. So he did the same thing again today. He actually did a stream that I caught maybe the first 15 minutes because I knew he was going to talk about my copyright. So I wanted to hear his pathetic excuse regarding his video going down. And he was saying, I did commentary on that video. No, sir, you did not do commentary on that video at all. Okay? You had an entry with your logo, and then you went into my video, and then you were playing another content creator's video regarding the content creator I was talking about in my video. I was talking about another YouTuber, and then you played my clip, and then you played a clip when I was on one of his live streams. Then you went back to my clip, and you went back to his clip. You did not make any commentary throughout that entire video. All you did was play clips from my stream and his stream. At the very end, you made one little note, but that's not enough. You made a 3-minute and 56-second video, and 2 minutes and 15 seconds of that, or 57%, was my content. And you did not make any commentary in between. And you using someone else's clip from their stream in response to my stream is not you making commentary. It's also you violating their copyright. So this is what these people do. This is what these people do. Like a lot of these people, they just, they like to make money at other people's expenses. When they find a way to exploit someone and it benefits them, and they can find an audience that will buy into that and donate to them and do that, that's what these people do. Is that fair to people like me? No. And these are the types of people. This is how President Trump is. President Trump is this way. This is how a lot of these other content creators out here on YouTube were behaving before they got removed. That's why they got removed. That's why these people got removed, because these people, in essence, are playing the system. And in my opinion, they are basically pushing the boundaries when they know they are wrong to try to get ahead, because they know that that's the only way they can get ahead. Some people, they don't have any content, or they can't get any attention or all eyes on them unless they're attacking somebody else or they're creating a drama type of content. And that's why a lot of these creators have been removed out here. That's the honest to God truth, folks. And I'm not sitting here and whining and complaining. Maybe I sound like I am. If you conservatives out there that are going to attack me on this video once I'm done, on this stream once I'm done, I'm sure you're going to attack me because that's all you folks know how to do, right? Why can't each of you out there, all you conservatives out there, instead of coming at me and attacking me for being a little bit different than you with my opinion, why can't we just agree to disagree and move on? Why can't we just learn to get along? And for the other content creators that are, pushing boundaries to create content that's not original, and then you victimize someone else to, exploit them and then extort money from them by using their content, thinking you have the legal right to do so. Why can't you folks just create your own content? Why can't you do your own thing? It's not original to attack other people or to use other people's content for your content, even if it is fair use. Is it original? Even if it is fair use, is it original? Is that what defines you? Those are the things that I don't understand. And a lot of people have made money at the expense of other people's hard work. And now that YouTube is smashing that, smushing it, and doing something about it, these people keep complaining. And the people that are still standing, there are a few people that are still standing. It's funny to me how cocky they're getting. They're getting all cocky, like, oh, no one will ever take me down. Like, hey, look, I'm not trying to take anybody down. But if people violate me in some way, shape, or form, and I have the legal rights to file a copyright or file a community guideline violation, or to flag something, I'm going to do that to protect myself. You see, it's up to each creator the type of content they create. If I did something that was worthy of being flagged for a community guideline or for a copyright, people would flag me, right? So if you folks out there don't want to get shut down and don't want to get flagged, then why are you doing things that you know are going to get you flagged? Why? I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. And this topic just, it got to me today because, I continue to see what's happening in our world with President Trump. They have certified the election. It's over, and he still cannot admit that he was defeated. How professional is that? It's a lack of professionalism. What kind of example does that set for our country? And if I look even deeper at this, which is what I'm trying to say, if I look even deeper at this, why have so many middle-aged conservative Caucasian men behaved the way they did out here on YouTube for the last 4 years? Maybe because the commander-in-chief is a spitting image of them. Maybe they feel like, okay, well, Donald Trump's in office and he backs us on what we do. He backs us on our freedom of speech. He backs us on being able to come out here and say whatever we want, even if it includes racism and racial slurs and attacks and hate on people. That's what happened. And when it's coming down from your commander-in-chief, that's just preposterous to me. That doesn't make me feel like I'm in the good old US of A. That doesn't make me feel like it's worthy to even be an American if we're going to allow someone to run the country this way and to lead the country this way and to allow people to do what they've been doing. Like I mentioned a second ago, people are complaining, especially the conservatives, they're complaining that they're getting silenced. But here's the thing, even if it was okay and within the guidelines to use racial slurs and attack and hate on people on YouTube, is that how you want to represent yourself? Is that the life you want to live? Is that the kind of person you want to be? Does it make you feel good attacking other people? Why would you not want to be a better person? I don't get it. Ask yourself that. Why would you not want to be a better person? The only logical thing I've ever been able to come up with to answer that question is the fact that we're dealing with a bunch of insecure, grown-ass men. That's the bottom line. Insecure, grown men. Insecure, immature, grown men that weren't raised with morals, values, and ethics. That pretty much came from nothing. No disrespect, but they're uneducated. That's the truth. And they just haven't learned how to grow up and be decent people. And all they do is come on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and other platforms, and they spew their hate. They basically project their insecurities. That's all they do. They project their insecurities. And they project their insecurities regarding things that don't even make sense. Don't even make sense at all. And they're very hypocritical. It's a double standard. You know, it's funny to me that this same person that I filed a copyright on, recently, that just went down today. The funny thing is this, when people take him down for copyright, he says, oh, it's fair use, right? But when he takes other people down for copyright, he says, oh, you violated my copyright. Well, we could claim fair use too, right? You want us to play that game too? Because two can play at that game, man. But whether it's fair use or not, hey, what goes around comes around. If you're going to play the game the way you're playing it, if you're going to push boundaries when you know you are wrong, but you do it because it's the only way that you're able to make money, eventually your time's going to come. It's going to have long-term repercussion, like the title of my stream. Once again, the title of my stream is Pushing Boundaries When You Know You Are Wrong has long-term repercussions. Now, you might not see those repercussions happen right away, but eventually it's all going to catch up to you. At some point, if you continue to play the system and push the boundaries when you know you are wrong, it's all going to catch up to you. It is. But that's another issue. That's another issue I have with certain people, and with no disrespect, it just so happens to be the conservatives, the middle-aged Caucasian conservative men are typically the ones that I see being the most hypocritical. And look, if you want to come at me because I mentioned that, that's fine. Come at me. I can handle it. I'm a big boy. I'm not attacking you. I'm just stating what I've seen. This is my opinion. This is an actual opinion from what I've seen. And quite frankly, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And that's why I'm glad that we have Joe Biden officially in office, well, on January 20th, but now the election results are official, right? That's why I'm glad he's in office, because I could not personally take another 4 years of racism or excessive racism, hate, attacks, people whining and complaining that their freedom of speech is being violated. That's all going to change when Biden comes into office. And to you conservatives out there, if you have a problem with that because you know Biden is going to fix the issue, because you know Biden is going to push to stop systemic racism, to stop hate, to stop all of the BS that you all have been getting away with for the last 4 years, if you're going to come at me for that, then that's fine. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. But before you decide to come at me, I want you to dig deep within yourself and ask yourself, who are you really mad at? Are you mad at me? Or are you mad at the fact that what I'm saying is a direct reflection of who you actually are? Does it make you mad that I'm able to identify what you're going through deep within and that you're projecting? You can't admit that, right? So instead of taking ownership for the issues you have within you and working on yourself to make yourself a better person, all you're going to do is project, come and attack me because that's going to make you feel better, right? That's fine. I can take it. I'm a big boy, right? I'm a big boy. Of course. But again, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? Regardless of what the guidelines on YouTube or any other social media platform allow you to do or not to do. Regardless of whether Trump or Biden is in office. Regardless of that, don't you want to be a good person? Or do you want to be able to have the right to attack someone and call them hateful things and racial slurs and all that on a platform like YouTube? Do you want to have that right? Do you feel it is within your right to do that? And whether it is within your right, why would you want to do that in the first place? Is that the kind of person you want to be? Is that the kind of person you want to be? Because if that's the kind of person you're going to continue to be in 2021, YouTube's going to remove all of you. And I'm going to be the last one standing because I'm here because I'm a good person and I want to keep things moving forward in a positive way. I want to make a difference in a positive way. I am tired of all the hate. I am tired of all the racism. I am tired of all the attacks. I am tired of the hypocrisy, right? I am tired of people on the right attacking the left. And I'm also tired of people on the left attacking the right. But more so, I see the right attacking the left. The left is not as bad. So I'm really, really tired of the far right attacking the left or anyone that doesn't believe in their agenda. I'm going to wrap up by saying this. Again, I saw Joe Biden go live today, and Joe Biden's like, hey, you know what? He was talking about the judge that, basically said that, Trump's case in the Supreme Court didn't have any merit, right? And the judge was Republican, right? Nominated by Trump. So Biden, was commending him, or was commending this judge, I believe was a male judge, was commending him towards the fact that he made the right decision regardless of his political party views. With Biden, it's not about left versus right, Democrat versus Republican. With Biden, it's about working in unity as a team. And if we're going to get somewhere and start making a difference in this world and making it a better place, we need to start working as a team. Stop the division. Stop the hate. Stop the systemic racism. Stop all of this crap. Let's end it. Let's end it and start making this world a better place. This really hit me hard tonight, folks. I didn't come out here to primarily talk about another content creator I filed a copyright on. That's what some people are thinking. I came out here because overall, I'm just tired of nonsense. I'm just tired of, what some people will do to get ahead and how many people they will hurt just to get ahead because they can't get ahead any other way. All I'm going to say is this, and I'm going to get out of here. If you folks continue to play your game this way, and you continue to attack people and hurt people to move yourself forward, okay, it's going to have long-term repercussions. And I'll wrap up by saying the one thing I always say when I talk about subjects like these. Karma has no deadline. And if you keep on pushing the boundaries above and beyond what's normal, and you harm other people to try and get ahead, karma is going to bite you in the you-know-what. I'm not going to fill in the blank. You know what it is. With that being said, Mutt, thank you for being here. Mutt says, night all. Catch up later. A long day tomorrow. Need sleep. Thank you for being here, Mutt. Thank you to everyone else who was watching behind the scenes. I'm going to get on out of here, folks. Have yourselves a great night, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.